So, Persona 4 Revival has just been announced. Do you guys remember back when Persona 5 first came out and people were making jokes about how it was gonna be milked just as badly as Persona 4? Well, the joke's kind of on us. It's nearly been 20 years and we're still milking Persona 4. Why? It's not like Persona 3 where it has scattered and fractured pieces of content spread across 3 different ports that I had thought Reload was gonna stitch together into one grand jrpg epic, but no. For the past 15 years, I've been replaying Persona 3 in one form or another, and I've had some thoughts that I wanted to get off my chest about the directions the series has gone since then, in regards to gameplay. But I could never really bring myself to get into the topic since my own rationale can understand that changes were made between Persona 3 and 4 due to how dungeons and themes shift from game to game. But thankfully Persona 3 Reloaded and now Persona 4 Revival has given me the perfect catalyst to do just that. I've bounced between FES and Portable throughout the years, and I don't have a particular preference for either or. It's just that one's portable, so I could play it on lengthy, lonely night shifts. When Reloaded was announced, I had hoped that this would become the definitive Persona 3 experience. Female protagonist campaign, Aegis campaign, multiple weapons, all of it. I was so wrong. I won't be touching this game ever again. It's like Persona 5 gutted 3 and wore its skin, parading itself around like you're supposed to just accept it. I should not be reaching the third block of Tartarus and already have the enemies running from me because I'm overleveled. Unintentionally, might I add. You lack balance, Persona 3 Reloaded. But that's not what I feel like yapping about today. I don't know if what I'm gonna say is gonna resonate with anyone, this is just my little corner of the internet. But anybody else feel like over the past 10 years Atlus seems afraid? Playing it too safe, not wanting to put anyone off or push the boundaries with their ideas. I know this might sound insane, but I want you guys to really look back at what Atlus was producing prior to 2015. They knew that their stuff wasn't for everyone and they reveled in that. Now a lot of what they produce is neutered and ran through a filter, especially when it comes to depth of gameplay. All this to say, 2 major gameplay mechanics that stopped Tartarus from ever becoming tedious for me over the past decade was the fatigue system and the ability to split up your party. See, whenever I play a JRPG, I don't care to look for the most optimal party formation or strategy. I like variety and experimentation. Persona 3 gives you a large enough cast to play around with, and these additional mechanics help make the gameplay feel more dynamic. Those do or die situations where you split up your party to cover more ground and get experience, only to realize you're a little in over your head and now you have to hold it down while you wait for backup to arrive. Or maybe you're roaming around doing your own thing and you see that your party member's health is running a little low. Do I bail them out or see if they'll come in clutch? Maybe a party member faints and becomes too tired to continue exploring. No worries, let's swap him out and bring in someone else. I'll adjust my personas and weapons accordingly. My brain is constantly performing dynamic risk assessments, and that's what keeps me engaged, and not spamming the auto battle mechanic. And I think you lose something when we remove features like that. Don't get me wrong, when Persona 4 got rid of those features, yeah, I was disappointed, but it's a new game with a new formula and gameplay loop. You've got separate dungeons instead of the one giant one. And you're exploring in the afternoons instead of at night, so gameplay mechanics are added and removed to accommodate that. And I still like Persona 4 for what it is, so I just treat those as exclusive to Persona 3. So why remove these from the remake? My honest opinion? Atlus were afraid that people playing Persona 3 for the first time wouldn't like them, or may find them frustrating to deal with. And if the trade-off was these Twilight fragments so that healing wouldn't be so easily accessible, it honestly had no impact on my experience. If anything, it just watered it down. And don't even get me started on how busted the 3G skills are. Trust me, I'm well aware how I sound. I think I'm starting to understand how Yakuza fans feel about OG and Kiwami, or Majora's Mask versus the 3DS. I know Resident Evil would be a perfect example here, I haven't played it, I'm so sorry! I can understand wanting to rework something so that it reaches a new generation and audience, but Persona 3's case is a little different due to how spread out the additional content was. That's what I wanted. All of Persona 3 in one place. I didn't need a remake if you weren't gonna respect what made the original so iconic, along with its legacy versions. It's kind of ironic how in Persona Q2 the Femc's whole storyline revolves around her being forgotten. Now we've come full circle. It says a lot when Atlus had to practically be cyberbullied into giving us the Aegis campaign. It has me anxious for Persona 4. There's already a debate to be had about whether or not Golden was an improvement or regression. I'm in the camp that we lost some of the Silent Hill-esque vibes with the brighter colours and the small town of Inabar feeling a lot busier than it was before. That's what it all comes down to, isn't it though? Everything needing to look pretty and shiny with an extra coat of polish. Because at the end of the day, that's what sells. In Atlus's defense, they're probably overly paranoid about going back to the days of 2005 when they were struggling financially. But I just hope that Atlus don't stray too far from the days that they were hungry, and stop playing it safe. Thankfully, Vengeance solved a lot of the issues I had with SMT5, so that's something, but I'll remain optimistic. And I still have yet to play Metaphor, so we'll see. Maybe all of these points are pointless, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. The soundtrack is a banger though, I won't lie.
The hour hand turns high, so good